Are you thinking about homeschooling, but you have a lot of questions and a lot of fears, and maybe you're even panicked about it? Take a deep breath because you're not alone. That's exactly how I felt about 23 years ago when I decided to homeschool. I couldn't believe I had made this crazy decision to jump into the world of homeschooling, and then there I was with all these questions and all these doubts. I read and I listened to everything I could get my hands on, and I second-guessed myself. But as a veteran homeschool mom now of 23 years, can I start by putting your mind at ease and answering some of the basic objections and questions that people have? First one is socialization. Everyone asks the socialization question, are my kids going to be weird? And the answer to that is possibly, because there are a lot of kids from a lot of different types of backgrounds and educations that are weird, but not necessarily because they're homeschooled. In fact, some people even think that it's a strange experiment, a social experiment, to require kids to sit all day in a classroom in rows with only people their own age for 8 hours a day. That maybe that isn't the real life experience that would help you to be socialized properly. So tuck that in. Socialization as homeschoolers becomes so easy when they get to be around all different people and all different ages and all different stages of life. And so in our opinion now, homeschooling benefits the socialization of children far more than a traditional classroom. And the reality is that even if you homeschool, there are all types of opportunities, sports opportunities, working outside the home at earlier ages, other families, co-ops, groups, field trips. There are so many social opportunities that your head will spin. I promise you. You will not lack for social opportunities. The second objection is, I'm not qualified. Okay? Yes, you are. Let's talk for a minute. You had a baby, and once upon a time, that baby learned more in 5 years of his life than he will learn in a lifetime, including a complicated language, important forms of psychology, physics, and a lot of other important stuff, all without a trained teacher or even a formal curriculum. Do not underestimate your child's continuing ability to explore and master what he needs. Also, there has never been a better time to homeschool. The resources available are immeasurable. Children learn best if they are not being spoon-fed information. Give them freedom to explore their interests, ask questions, and find answers. That will be more valuable to them than the information they cram for a test and forget 15 minutes later. And remember your school days. You, my friend, are qualified to homeschool. Number 3, how much does it cost? Maybe I can't afford to homeschool. You can actually homeschool for free, or you can spend a lot of money, and there's everywhere in between. Over the course of 19 years, we have spent very little money simply because we don't have to. There are free resources. There's the library, online curriculum, thrift stores, and educating a person doesn't have to be costly at all. But there are curriculum choices that are more expensive if you'd rather not do the work of finding the cheaper resources. It's all up to your personal preferences. Number 4 objection, what about state requirements? Each state has different requirements, and you can check your state's requirements. Let me encourage you to relax about the prospect of homeschooling. We have all been conditioned to think that a school setting is the only way for a child to be educated. And while I so appreciate the efforts so many wonderful teachers make, it has been my experience that the classroom is really a less than ideal situation for children to learn. And since it can't be summed up in one video, I'm going to drop some links below that explain some of my philosophies as well as the opinions of many others who have had firsthand experience in the classroom. So you can check below to see our method, which we call relaxed homeschooling, and I hope you find there is so much to explore about this incredible world of homeschooling. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them. You can drop me a comment in the link below, or you can visit my website. It's Generation Cedar, like the tree, generationcedar.com, and you can contact me there. So let me know all about your homeschooling journey.